Hello everybody, it's Kabo again, and haven't been doing much since the last episode, just working on the hole outside. Enchanted some picks. Oop, can't get through. Dug a couple levels. I've been taking it easy these past few days, actually. Haven't really done much playing of Minecraft. So I didn't really get much done. But this is all I've been doing recently, so I feel like I need to take a break from it, do something else, get something else accomplished. You probably can't really see that much difference, but it is getting deeper, slowly, steadily. I think it looks pretty cool with all the ores floating out there in the middle of nowhere. They get really dense in some parts. It's actually kind of hard to dig with them in the way, but still think it looks pretty cool, and it'll be fun to go through and clean them up at the end. See how much I get. But anyway, what I want to do today is, whoa, almost fell off there. Work on something that I took a break from. I wanted to work on it some more, the Enderman farm. So I'm gonna head over to the end. Wow, taking a while to load here. Zombie. So go over to the end and fix up the Enderman farm. I also started working on this a little bit. You might have seen it in an earlier episode, but just poured some lava here and ended up using a bucket, but trying to turn it into stone and then dig up the stone and just go level by level, reducing the water. But I got tired of it because I lost my bucket and took a break from that as well. But anyway, yeah, so the plan is to go to the end and fix up the Enderman farm. So unfortunately, I'm not just going to add more layers like I had originally planned. I thought, it should be fine, I'll just add more layers next time I work on it and make it go faster. But because the version that I built in my tutorial is so much better, it's shorter and it uses fewer resources, and you know, it's just a better version. The Endermen don't take any extra damage, so you get more Endermen in the trap. I felt that there was a need to just go through, take apart the entire thing, and rebuild it from the bottom up. And that's what I'm going to end up doing. So, the first part of this episode anyway, and a large part of it, will be tearing down that old Enderman farm and reconstructing it using the other version. And, you know, I won't bore you with the entire process, I'll just show clips here and there. But the idea is, you know, the other Enderman farm, the second one I built that was in the tutorial, just is a major improvement, and I'd much rather have that. So, you know, you could argue it would be better to just, rather than tear it down, just to build a new one and ignore the old one out there, but I feel kind of bad just wasting the resources by leaving it out there if I know I'm not going to come back for it. Plus I already have an enchanting table out there and everything, so I figure I'll just improve the one that already exists. So, whoa. Here we are at the stronghold, and I'll put my stuff away and then head into the end. Oh, I brought the clock along. So I'm probably going to need to wait till night as well, in case I die, because I don't want to, bug on me. I think this is kind of weird. Huh. Sorry about that. There's like spiderlings or something just hatched in my overhead fan fixture. And they're like coming down and crawling on me. This happened over the summer too, so I think they're hiding in the fan fixture. I'm not sure, but whatever. They're not that much of an issue. So I'll wait for night, then head over to the end, and we'll get to work on the Enderman farm. So see you in a bit. All right, we're back in the game. We're in the end now. I slept, so we'll be safe if we die to these guys, which we probably will. but now we can head over there. I'm gonna head over on this upper level walkway platform because it will give us more direct access to the circuitry and stuff. Be easier to take stuff down. So, as I said, going to dismantle the entire thing. Unfortunately, I need to use. I'd much rather use the improved version that's only 2 levels high here rather than 3. So I'm gonna go through the entire thing and take it apart, and then rebuild it. But you know, now that I have some experience to it, I've done it once in survival already, and then a couple of times in creative actually now. It should be much easier than before, hopefully. Let's see. I should have pick somewhere. And food. Oh, I can go down to my ender chest. But anyway, yeah, so I'm going to start by taking out all the redstone so I can just stick that in the chest and store it, make sure I don't lose any of it. Ooh, hello. And then not sure if I want to use an iron pick or a diamond pick here. Whatever, I've got plenty. I'll probably be okay. Maybe. I've got lots of food though, so. Anyway, that's what I'm going to start with. I'm going to take out all the redstone and hopefully won't die too much. Hopefully I'll be able to handle it. Oh, I should have brought some blocks. Well, that's fine. I've got ender pearls. Having ender pearls is very useful in this situation. So basically, I'm just going to go up each level and go around breaking all of the redstone here. And as I go around, you know, maybe each level I'll come back down and whoa. Each level I'll come back down and put the stuff in the chest, so I don't have to worry about losing anything. Yeah, something like that. Whatever the case, it shouldn't be hard. Might take a little bit of time, but shouldn't be too bad. Getting kind of noisy in there. Anyway, so I've gone through, I think I've gone through all the levels now and gotten all of the important parts, which are the sticky pistons. So we should have 20 sticky pistons, unless we lost one. 19. Well, we've got, sorry about that. We've got slime balls, so we should be okay. I lost a few repeaters, unfortunately, but I can remake those as well, so. Anyway, now I'm gonna go up and start tearing down all the end stone, which will be kind of fun. Kind of sad, actually. Noisy guys. Anyway, so now time to take down the actual structure. Wonder if I can make it to the top. Oh yeah. Let's break this so we don't get pushed off. Huh. What's up with them? Oh! I didn't put pistons in that row. Wow. Lots of problems with this thing. Funny. Can't believe I completely forgot to put pistons on that side. That's silly of me, isn't it? Oh well. I'm tearing it down now, so doesn't matter too much, but still kind of funny. Alright, now this is weird. Okay, so I thought I didn't place pistons, but look at this. What is that? There's something there. It's not activating, but it's definitely treating it as if there's something there. Like, is there supposed to be a piston there? Can I break it? Maybe if I log out and log back in, it will fix it. I don't know. But whatever this is really, really weird. So, I guess I did put the pistons, but something glitched out about them. Let's come back in and see what happens. Yeah, what the heck is this? Can I put a block there? I don't know. Nope, can't put a block. Oh, I put a block and it disappeared. The fail block disappeared. Okay, this is really weird. Maybe I need to check this with a world edit or something, MC edit. Because if these are supposed to be pistons, I don't want to just lose all these pistons to a glitch. Whoa. What is going on? So strange. Huh. Well, pistons are cheap, I've got lots of materials, so it doesn't bother me that much, it's just... Wow. Never seen this glitch before. Disappearing pistons. Like, really, gone. Maybe, can I right click on them like, oh. They're phantom blocks. That's what they are. Okay, if I right click on them, they disappear. So I somehow created phantom something here. Phantom blocks. They're gone now, apparently, but oh well. So they must have been pistons that somehow glitched out. And that's a little unfortunate because it means that I just lost an entire row of 21 pistons. But it's not the end of the world. Pistons are cheap, like I said. The last sticky piston. So we got all the sticky pistons and almost all the repeaters. Alright, I've gotten almost all of the top part cleared up. Just this last ring, and then it will... Well, actually, I have gotten all the top part. So now I can start taking down the vines and stuff inside of here. I should probably go down and grab some torches so I can prevent these guys from spawning. That would probably help. Oh, wrong side. So, yeah, I'll go do that. So now we've got plenty of torches to light up the work area, which is something that I had forgotten last time, but I remembered this time. Or what I will remember this time. Last time I died a lot because if I had... Or that could have been avoided if I had just put up torches to prevent them from spawning. But I wasn't thinking, and I let them spawn anyway, and then lost a lot of lives. I feel like leaving myself a way back up. Oh, I've got ender pearls. Never mind. Doesn't matter. This one's broken. Probably had to do with breaking the clock and everything while it was running. What's up with this vine? Oh, it's because I'm floating. What is up with this piston? Oh, maybe it was extended when I left the area and it stayed that way. That's something I need to think about. If the redstone is stuck in the on position. I guess there's no way to really fix that. Maybe I need to run a reset line up the side so I can reset all the pistons. Something to think about. If it becomes a problem, I'll deal with it. But I've already used this for a lot of enchantments, and it doesn't seem to be a problem. So I think it's probably okay. So that's what you get if you even look at an Enderman. Glance at him. Ah, that was annoying. Luckily, I was inside, so I think most of my stuff should be safe. I need to bring some more ender pearls up to that chest. And they should be gone. So. Plus, I was only carrying vines and wasn't carrying any redstone. Oh no, they're still hanging up there. Hanging out up there. No! Dang it. Whoa! Ah! What the heck? Alright, so I recovered from that death. I'm gonna use up my shears and then I'll start tearing down the walls. Not much should be able to spawn up here now that it's lit up, so shouldn't have to worry about that too much more. Fortunately. It's just all those guys that had built up from earlier, and I happened to look at one. So we got another pair of glitched out pistons here. So 2. Still, no big deal really if it doesn't affect anything, but I might have to consider putting up a reset line of some sort. Depends on how often it gets jammed up, I suppose. Which we'll have to experiment with, but I mean, luckily I should just be able to run it to the torches along the side. Or the corner rather. And it shouldn't be too big of a deal. So let's go put this stuff away, and I know there's a way out somewhere over here. Oh, there it is. And then we'll go back up to the top and mine out the everything else. So stuff. Okay, down to the last level here. That didn't take too long actually. Only about 40 minutes. Maybe something like that. I'm not even using an efficiency pick. I didn't feel like risking possibly losing an efficiency pick, so I didn't grab it, but I didn't end up dying anyway, so funny. Anyway, yeah, didn't take much time at all. I'm on the last level, and I can very soon start building. This is kind of annoying though, because all of these blocks here on this level I'm gonna have to give away, except for maybe the ones on the edge, because of where I need to build the platform. I'll need to start at this level, but the highest level is here, and there's nothing underneath this, so everything's just gonna fall. But that's okay. I've got plenty of blocks, and there are plenty of blocks where they came from, so not too big of a deal. Just a little annoying. Anyway, so now just have to clear up this. Okay, so the idea is pretty simple. It's the same general setup as the other design. It's just 2 tall, or 2 blocks tall, not 2 TOO tall. So you start with a 6 wide and 5 deep platform. So 6 across like this, and then 5 deep like this. And this is going to be the same on the other side as well. So 3, 4, 5. All right. Now we have, oh, I need sticky pistons as well. So first of all, we're going to have the pistons down here, like that, and they'll push out to the middle. So we need them on both sides. They're going to be powered from blocks behind them like this, which will have redstone running up, but we'll deal with that in a bit. Let's see, sticky pistons here. So the sticky pistons will work the exact same way as before, except they'll be powered from above. So we'll have the tripwire above them and powering them down like this. And then the thing on this side is going to be a little bit different. The torch is going to be here instead of here. Because it's only too tall, we can't put the torch directly underneath the next level because it would screw up a bunch of stuff. So we have to put it back, and we'll send power from a redstone line here that connects on the other side to the tripwire. So other than that, it looks exactly the same, and I won't bore you with all the details, but I'll show you bits and pieces as I set up this thing. Alright, so here it is, once again, for those who haven't seen. Basic idea, you've got tripwire here. It's hanging, unlike the other one which was on the ground. Oh, I broke the torch there. But it just sets up a clock, and that clock will pulse these pistons, which will eventually push off any Endermen that are there. And I think I lost that torch, but it's alright. We got plenty. And that's how it works. So just for those who haven't already seen it, that's what we'll be building 10 levels up. So anyway, back to work. Alright, one side done. That was actually really quick. It was only like 20 minutes. I expected it to be much longer. But it actually was quite fast. Anyway, time to do the other side. I think I got everything right on this side, so hopefully I won't have to go back and correct anything. Just about to finish up the second side. Then all I have to do is enclose everything, and it should be ready to go. Well, the funnel part anyway. I still have to do the spawning part, of course, but that doesn't take very long. Very repetitive on that part. So, yeah. Just gonna run up and down the 2 sides and add some torches just for making sure things don't spawn while I'm building. But other than that, Nothing else really that I have to worry about here. Alright, one side finished. Should be pretty quick to finish the other side. I need to grab some slabs so I can go along the edges and slab up the parts that I'm not going to want Enderman spawning on. So let me go grab some slabs. Got lots of those. Let's see, I think I'm going to need 40. 40 altogether, I believe. So I'll use those after I've finished putting everything up. Alright, finished both sides. Now it's time to add slabs. I forgot I actually want to slab this part too, so I'm going to need to bring some additional ones, but for now I'll just go down the side here and add slabs. Alright, so slabs have been added everywhere, and now I've just got to put in vines and string, and I just realized it's going to be a bit tricky, because... Oh wait, no. I keep forgetting I have ender pearls. I thought I was going to have difficulty getting out. I can just string up the layers below and teleport up. Don't have to worry about anything like that. I don't know what I was thinking. Anyway, so ender pearls to get out, so I'll be fine. Anyway, that's what I'm going to do now. Gotta grab some vines and string. Let's see. I need string here and here, and string here and here. And we'll just repeat this pattern all the way down. And then we'll go to the other side and do the same thing. Alright. Okay, all the vines have been set up, all the hooks... Oh, not all the hooks. Now all the hooks are in place. Now I just have to set up the tripwire, and it should be functioning right now. Yeah. So I just need to set up the tripwire on each level. To do that, I'm going to have to use ender pearls to get up and down, but because these things actually catch ender pearls, it's going to be a little tricky, or trickier than I had originally thought. Maybe I need to put more vines. Let's see, can I climb the vines like this? What if I'm coming up here? Oh yeah, I can do that. Okay, so I'll just go up the vines along the side, and then I'll place them down. Alright, looks like it's wired up. I'm going to go ahead and test it out, see if it works. Looks good. I'll do the other side now. Should be quick. Alright, second side is wired up. Let's see if it works. Yep. Looks like I've got some light coming in through there. There must be some torches down there that I forgot to remove, so I'll see if I can find a way to get to those. Alright, I've gotten everything cleared up. The lights were coming from the scaffolding, so when I take it down eventually... Oh, hello. They'll go away. They're not that bright anyway. As you can see, there's only a little bit coming in right there. The rest is coming from the redstone, which is not very much. Anyway, time to build the rest of this thing, which is the spawning areas. So, I'm thinking about doing it a little differently. Before I had them going up, like I would connect the hooks here. Thinking instead, I'll connect the hooks one more up right here, and then have the pistons on the bottom row. That way, I don't know, it's just a little bit easier to use the redstone. You don't have to build as many layers or something. I don't know. I'll show you what I mean. So let's see. If we put the hook So if we put the hook here, we can just connect it. Well, I guess we can connect it back here. So the power will come out here and run along the back here. So it just saves, one piece of redstone. It's no big deal, but one piece of redstone on each side, and can put the pistons along the back. But it's a little less building, so that's why I'm going to do it. The blocks above will power the pistons. So I'll just build a few layers. Probably go up 3, and maybe if I have more blocks, I'll go up more. But I think 3 is probably going to be about as far as I'll be able to go. So I'm going to do that. All right. Okay, so I've finished it up. There's some spots along the side where they can spawn, where I built the scaffolding, and that's okay. I'm just gonna leave it. They're, not gonna spawn very often over here, and it will probably be okay. So I'm just gonna leave the scaffolding as it is, and hopefully it won't affect rates too much. Plus, I'll be far enough away, so they'll despawn after a while if they're hanging around up there. But I got 3 levels built on it, and everything seems to be done. So I'm going to head down, test it out a little bit, see how it goes. Probably won't enchant anything, but I'll just see at least how it's going, how good the rates are. Oh wow! All right, it looks like it's more than sufficient. Let's put our stuff away. This will probably be much faster than what I had before. I enchanted 20 picks, and it took me about, I don't know, 2.5 hours to do that, something like that. A lot longer than I wanted. It was a while, maybe 2.5 to 3 hours. But it looks like this is much better. Sit here for a bit. Oop. I guess I could look at him just fine. Entity count. Yeah, I think this is better. I mean, we did build another layer, and they're not dying. The biggest problem I had was like half of them would die before, and now they aren't just dying when they hit the ground, so should speed it up quite a bit. Anyway, I'm gonna go check the video length and see where we are, and maybe we'll do something else in this video depending on how much we've got. Alright guys, I've just come back after doing some editing on the video, and came back here to the main base area, and just want to talk about some stuff before we end the episode because we're going to run out of time. First of all, the editing of the video towards the end is probably going to get kind of choppy, or probably got pretty choppy. I'm sorry about that. It was just, there's a lot more than I anticipated, and I didn't want to just keep stuffing in clips. So I ended up cutting out a big section, and maybe I'll review that later or go into more detail when I expand the Enderfarm in the future. I do plan to expand it, by the way. But sorry about that choppiness towards the end. Also, let's talk about this area. So the main reason I wanted to work on the Enderman farm today is because of the enchanting. So remember I told you I spent about 2.5 to 3 hours enchanting 20 picks? Well, the main purpose is to speed that up a bit, and it should be a lot faster now. Probably at least twice as fast, if not faster, which is good, very good. Be able to have a lot more picks enchanted sooner, then we can start clearing out this faster, and basically finish this in a lot less time. Also, going to be clearing this out a little bit more, before we actually start any other projects, but it won't be too much longer. Basically, as soon as I get past that little snowy bit over there, I'm gonna start clearing out a hole in the middle, like hollowing out a little area, so we can start, setting up some projects, something like that. Maybe start the framework for a mob system or something like that. Won't be anything too big because I want to clear out the main area first before we begin any projects, but at least to begin some more interesting projects. So that's all I wanted to talk about, really. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed. I hope it wasn't too boring seeing me renovate the Enderman farm. It was something that needed to be done. It was actually not too bad. I mean, I've done it several times already, having worked on the tutorial for that particular farm. So it didn't take as long as it could have. It didn't take nearly as long as the first time. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed. And if you didn't, I'll give you something different next episode, so don't worry about that. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.